100% correct, but is missing, and you can see it clearly now. You can see where the 10, 11, 12 are missing here. Clearly. Okay, so Tesla's 3, 6 and 9 are not included in these two wings, these two rectangles of 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, which is 7, 16 plus 16 is 32, which is 5, 5 plus 5 is 10, which is 1. So this must exist. See, people see this and they say, right, well then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. There's your 0, which is the source, right? But why is this not in there? Well, see, this is what Marko Rodin explains. What happens is then, from this point here, no, from this point I think it doesn't go to here. It goes to 3, 9, and then 6, but then it's got to go back again. It must go all the way from there to there, but it must go back to there again for the energy to keep cycling through those numbers. So you see, that's where your 10, 11, 12 are. So if you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers, then you've got 10, 11, 12. You see? And those are the transitional numbers, because 1, 2 and 3 is the triad of positive numbers. 4, 5 and 6 are the triad of negative numbers. 7, 8, 9 are the triad of neutral numbers. And 10, 11, 12 are transitional. So they don't see these. But because there's no time, see, what happens is this. The torus field starts at the hyperbola, and all the energy goes like, well, let's start from, if it's redshift, if this is redshift and this is blue shift, then the energy will come out here from the black hole. So what happens is you've got the Ouroboros eating its tail and making an apple, and there's the plane of inertia. Now, what goes on is this. You've got 9 numbers around here, not 12. I've done it with 12, but it works the same way. It doesn't matter. You can still do, the zodiac 12. Aries will be here, Taurus will be here, Gemini, there's the Tropic of Cancer, so there's Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces, and of course the 2 C's, Cancer and Capricorn, which is the wave amplitude. Well, Cancer is the Tropic of Cancer there, and the Tropic of Cancer is down here. This is the equator, and that's where Aries and Libra are on the wave. So it works, but it's the 10, 11, 12 are in here inside the plane of inertia. That's where they are. So what happens is this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it goes like this, 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12. And then it starts back here at 1. That's how energy works. It goes along the plane of inertia because the pulse is going along here. It's not around here at the wave amplitude. This is the standing wave. You see, and these are the 9 numbers that we see, because we see positive, negative, neutral, positive, negative, neutral. You don't see transitional, these 3 numbers. They're lost in space, in counter space. Sorry, not space, counter space. This is the point of counter space. You see? So that's why the Marko Rodin thing that we just looked at, it's perfect for a cycle. But what happens is all cycles are electromagnetic, whether it's sound or light, music, whatever wave. it's going to go 1 plus 1 is 2. Everything is doubling. And inside here is the phi ratio as well, right? 1.618. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 13. 32. That's why you see you've got 32 degrees in Freemasonry. 32 is that special number. It's a very, it's the sum of the material world, 32, because 8, it comes from 8, 16, 32. 8 is, this whole thing. That's what 8 is. So 32 is very important because it's 8, it's 8, 16, 24, 32, it's 4 8s. So 32 is 4 8s. Once you understand that, then you'll understand how important this 5 number here, 32, is. This is a very important part because it's the last part of this, the way energy, the way his coil works on this principle. And the 8, 9, and the 3, 6 and 9 are outside of those other numbers. They function differently. 3, 6 and 9. And that's why Tesla said if only you knew the function of 3, 6 and 9, but really the mystery is in the 10, 11, 12. It's not in the 3, 6 and 9. And that's what people need to know. The mystery is in the 10, 11, 12, the transitional numbers that we don't get to see. But it's in there. You can see it's in there. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I interviewed one of his best number 1 students, I forget his name, but 10 years ago on American Freedom Radio. So Marco Rodin's one of his great students. He went on to really make this famous as well. On one video that I watched of Marco Rodin, I finally understood why it can't be 9, but it is 9, and it has to be 12. It must be 12. Because he said it himself. He said the energy goes like this. It goes up here, then it goes here, but then it must go back. And then this starts again. And Marco Rodin explained that. So, yeah, that helped me to explain how there are always only 12 conditions on every wave, especially transverse waves in existence. But even longitudinal waves, because longitudinal waves, they don't have what's called wave amplitude or wavelength. They have rarefaction and compression, because they're standing waves, and what happens is they're pulses, right? So you've got pulse, white light, black light. There's only white and black light on the magnetic standing wave. So this is rarefaction, radiation. In the transverse wave, we'll call that radiation. Rarefaction, compression. And that's all that's going on. It's a pump. Even Walter Russell spoke about this pump when he said the universe is a pump. But he didn't speak much about magnetism. He was talking more about electricity, which is a shame because magnetism is where all the magic is. Yeah. And so, so what you've got is white light rarefaction, black light compression. And that's a standing wave. And because that standing wave now is expanding and compressing as it goes along longitudinally as a pulse, what happens is it disturbs or perturbs the other 4 elements, plasma, gas, liquid and solid. It perturbs them and creates a transverse wave now, going against this pressure of this longitudinal wave, and that's redshift, blue shift, and wave amplitude. Now you have a transverse wave, which is electrical. A degradation of electricity. Magnetism is 10 billion times more powerful than electricity. Thank you, John Mawelski.
Very good.
Yep.
Yeah. And by the way, that's Papus, the French occultist of the 17th, 18th century, who I learnt that from. One of his books, I forget the name, that I've got back home in Australia, Papus. And he talked about the numbers. He said, what we must understand about numbers is the first Trinity, 1, 2, 3, that's the holy, positive numbers of God. 1, 2, 3. Then 4, 5, and 6 are negative 1, 2, and 3s. 7, 8, 9 are neutral 1, 2, and 3s. And 10, 11, 12 are transition 1, 2, and 3s. But everything is 1, 2, 3. The Holy Trinity, everything.
Yeah.
Right? There's the unity, it divides, creates a neutral point, and then everything is created. They're the only three numbers you need.
Yeah.
The power of 1 is unity, the power of 2 is division and doubling, negative and positive. Two functions 2 has, to divide and to double. Right? That's even numbers. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5. Odd is Adam, Odom, and even numbers are Eve.
Yeah.
Masculine numbers are positive, feminine numbers are negative. See, because the feminine numbers divide, they create division. Women, feminine, I shouldn't say that because it has nothing to do with women. Men are the same. We all do it. It's human, but it's considered feminine because feminine numbers divide, and nature has to have that function of dividing and multiplying. It has to. So the feminine energy is there to do that. The masculine energy is there to unite. You see, 1 you can't divide.
And 3 would be creation?
It's creation. 4 is creation because you need 4 elements for creation. And that's Jehovah, Yod, He, Vav, He.
Okay.
And that makes the tetractys of Pythagoras. You got 1 dot at the top, I'll do it here. Pythagoras has the tetractys. Got a 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, and 4. Whoops. Should put that about there, that one there, and that one there. So what you've got is 1, 3, 6, 10, which equals 1. So this tetractys is famous. And this is what Pythagoras based his, and that's why people were saying, oh yeah, no, it's 10 numbers. There are 10 numbers. There's this whole school of thinking that it's 10, and that's correct. That's where you get the decimal system, okay? Whereas the 12 is the imperial system of England and America, you know, your pounds and your 12 inches and your dozen. Here you have your dozen, and here you have your decas, deca, or decimal, the decimal system, deci. So, but what happens is, you see, these are positive. This is the Holy Trinity. This is the top of the chief cornerstone. Those three numbers. It's as if these don't matter, because this is the foundation. These are 3 positive numbers, right? And then these 3, they are negative numbers. But not in this system, because I haven't got 12. It's got to be a circle. You can't do it with the tetractys, and you can do it with Rodin's numbers, but it's always a circle. Everything is cyclical. Everything is. Nothing is linear, except the standing wave. But in the material world, it's cyclical. The tree is a seed, it grows, and then it gets old, dies, or it gets burned in the fire. That's how a tree is. Every tree does this cycle. A baby is born, grows up, gets old, dries up, dies. Okay? So the first quarter is wet. The wet part of the wave. Second quarter, because moist. Sorry, I should say moist. Every wave begins with moisture. Moisture creates heat. Heat creates dryness. Dryness creates cold. Walter Russell explains this, okay? But he put another few in between, you know. And he used the system of rarefaction and compression. But let's stick with this because it's simple. The moon, they know that the first quarter of the moon is always moist and wet. Then this is the hottest part of the moon cycle. Then here, and it's usually raining around here. And when full moon hits, all the ancients knew that the rain would stop. Rain stops here at the dry bit. And then this is the cold part of the moon cycle. And every cycle is like this.
Right. Seasons and...
Yeah, so this is the four part of creation. The Trinity part of creation is the Holy Godhead. And then Jehovah, Yod, He, Va, He, which is plasma, gas, liquid and solid. Or, as we say in astrology, fire, air, water and earth. And so, yeah, now the point of all this is that no matter what people say about calendars, you know, oh, we're living in the Gregorian calendar, how can astrology be correct? Well, the Gregorian calendar is man's calendar, right? The astrological natural calendar, spring, summer, autumn and winter, morning, afternoon, evening, night, these two cycles teach us exactly that everything is cyclical, right? And that these waves propagate in a 12ness. That's how they propagate. There are 12 conditions along every wave. There's positive, negative, neutral and transitional. And each of those stages needs three numbers, or three modes: cardinal, fixed and mutable. Number 1 is cardinal, 2 is fixed, and 3 is mutable. 3 is a crowd. Or why I say 2 is a crowd, right? So
it doesn't matter the calendar.
So when people argue that Gregory took 16 days out of the calendar in 1578 and blah blah blah, it doesn't matter. The secular calendar is pinned to the astrological calendar. Spring always turns up after the spring equinox, on time, forever, never fails. That's tropical astrology. It's based on that cross of those 4 seasons. There's 4 seasons here. Spring is moist, summer is hot, autumn is dry, winter is cold. Morning is moist, all the dew. Afternoon is hot, evening is dry, night time's cold, especially in Pisces. You know, from this is a 12-hour clock and not a 24-hour clock, then Pisces would be here, and this would be midnight. The coldest part of the day is of the morning is always 4 to 6. So in Pisces. So the start of the day is in harmony with this. You see, what I should have done was I should have put moist. I'll fix this up, make it really good. Let's put moist in spring, heat in summer, dryness in autumn, and cold in winter. Now we're talking. Now that's better. Okay, so we don't have to do the Pisces. So now Pisces is here because this is now a 24-hour clock. You've got midnight, 2 a.m., 4 a.m. No.
No, that would be noon,
Sorry,
wouldn't it?
what am I talking about? Sorry, yes.
6 a.m.
What am I doing? 2 p.m.
Right.
4 p.m. This spoof is making me a bit heady. Okay, so, and that's sunset, so 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m., 12 midnight, 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 8 p.m., 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. So you've got Aries is always from 6 to 8 every morning. This is moist. And then Taurus is 8 to 10 every morning. Alright? It's still moisture. It's all moisture here. And then Gemini is 10 to 12. So this is your morning. It's moist. Okay? So then from midday in Cancer, the heat begins. Leo's the hottest part of the day, 2 to 4. The roaring lion of summer, of the day. Because summer's here too. Remember, this is spring, summer, autumn, winter. Moist, hot, dry, cold. So here you have Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. Right? Then you've got Libra, Scorpio, and Sag. So here we've got the dry part. Libra, dry air, you know. So Scorpio and Sagittarius, autumn, the fall of the wave. And then here you have the transitional winter. Winter is transitional. Positive, negative, neutral, transitional. And they are Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. You see, the winter transitions into what? Well, a new season. The season starts, the year starts here. Spring, summer, the harvest, and then the fall, winter. And that's how you can explain every wave that has ever existed in history. Sound wave, thought wave, Big Bang wave, whatever wave you want. Led Zeppelin, playing Black Dog or Kashmir. It's all waves, sound waves, light waves. So, in the word audio, you've got word God, Dio, or audio. In sight, in light, you have audio, a video, Deo, D-E-O. Deo is God, and Dio is God. So you see, God is sound and light, audio and video. So when you go to a concert, what do you get? What do they do for you on the stage?
Perform.
They perform, but with what tools? What are they doing?
Sound and visual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a sound and light show. You go to the opera. Yeah. What do you get? You get a sound. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, we love the opera. I'm very cultured. Yeah, they love the sound. They go there for the sound, and they see the beautiful costumes, visuals, and that's what you get. Everywhere you go, that's what you get. Sound and light. Audio and video. God. Oh, there is no God. Well, what's the light doing then? Because even in the scriptures it says God is light. Wait a minute. God is light? Oh. Well, if the Bible says God is light, then God is what?
Everything.
What is God? It says it. Light.
Yeah, right.
Light. Everything is light.
Yeah.
Everything. You're a light body, you're a light body. And this plant, cannabis mixed with tobacco, organic tobacco, is the best way to get syncretism. Those are the two holy plants. Those are the two holy medicinal plants that exist. Tobacco is wonderful for you, but you only have a little bit. I have one a day. Sometimes I don't have any for a year, you know. So, I see these. These are what. That's where the pine.
That's the pollen. Yeah.
So we should go up and harvest these. And bring them back and put them on a net inside the house. And then what Violetta said, she said, what you do is then you just shake the pollen off. So we should go and harvest a whole bunch of these.
You think they're still producing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there should be a few more young ones.
I'm pretty sure all the old ones
Yeah, they just started falling today.
Yeah.
I noticed that
Hey,
the cone
the
things.
amount of pollen that has fallen on my deck
I know.
here,
$200 for
I could have natural testosterone pine pollen for a year.
Yeah.
But how am I going to? It's all dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.